Hello everybody, this is Ramon coming at you with all new video commentary. In this commentary, I'm going to be doing something a little bit new. Rather than commenting on the gameplay of this footage, I'm going to be telling a story. This actually happened. It's a real event, and it's from back when I was in high school. When I was a sophomore, during the game, I was playing tackle, and it's my job to protect the quarterback. I didn't do a good job because they destroyed his clavicle and he was injured for the rest of the season. Anyways, that's not what the story is about. Just thought I'd give some backstory. The story is actually about what we did to try to replace him. And they were holding tryouts in the middle of the season for a new quarterback because his replacement was also injured. It's kind of funny. That wasn't my fault. That was all him. He was a concussion magnet practice. Anyways, they were holding tryouts for quarterback, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Why not? The worst that'll happen is I'll get a no. Um, and our quarterbacks were usually pretty thin and athletic. I was like 300 pounds and like 6'3". I was like, yeah, let's see what happens. And it's actually not that hard to quarterback, really. The footwork isn't that bad. And like once you figure out how to lead your running backs and your receivers, when you're handing the ball off or when you're passing it, it's actually not that bad. The one thing I had a really big issue with was my hand placement for when the ball was snapped to me. You wouldn't realize this, but it's kind of really uncomfortable because you put like your knuckle between the center's like anus and his nutsack, so it's like you're in that really sweaty area, super sweaty, moist area. Your hands there, and it's just nasty. It's just so nasty. I couldn't do it. I never wanted to like touch it. I was like, can you estimate it and I'll adjust it for when you snap? And he was like, nah, you gotta get in that. And I was like, oh, no, I can't do it. Can't do it. It's too much. It felt like I was invading his personal space, even though he was giving me permission to just be in that spot, my knuckle. It was too gay. It was too gay. I couldn't do it. Uh, but it's not the gayest experience I've ever had before. Because the following year, I tried out for center. I know what you're thinking. Dude, you just told us that the quarterback sticks his knuckle between dude's anus and his nutsack. Why would you try to be that guy that gets the knuckle between his anus and nutsack? And I thought, I don't know, I wanted to be a long snapper, and so you have to like kind of do everything if you want to be a center. So I was giving it a go. And having a knuckle between your nutsack and your anus, it's really uncomfortable at first, and it only gets more uncomfortable as like practice goes on. Cause then like it's just nasty. I don't know. They tell you the quarterback will tell you, dude, your ass is so sweaty, or they'll be like, why didn't you wear underwear today? I mean, nobody would know that if I'm not playing center. I could just be all commando and just have a good time, you know. But when you're a center, they get all up in your business, and it's unpleasant. It's unpleasant. Like it makes sense why the quarterback and the center have such a close relationship, and it's because that shit forces you to bond. Like your knuckles smell like sweaty ass and nuts until you wash your hands. And that dude just got violated by your knuckles. So I mean, it's understandable. I always wonder why it was like that until like I got to like try out for both positions. In Plato's allegory in the cave, he tells us that it's better to be outside the cave, and he never wants to go back. He shows us that the main character doesn't want to go back. But when I tried out for quarterback and center, and I left my comfort zone, I immediately wanted to go back into my comfort zone because I was. It was nice to know what it took to do those positions. Kind of gave me a little more respect for the people that do them. It just wasn't for me.